You know, I'll be honest. I've never looked at it quite like that, but it's certainly a highlight.
I got one for you, Nolan. You didn't know this either. You wouldn't ask that
She kissed
stupid
you
ass
too?
question. Okay.
She didn't kiss you.
I was the first guy she got. All right, it's Crosley Field. I'm going to center field. I'm like this, and I look back, and Jesus, I see this. I start going like this. I start going faster. I run out of space. I almost run into the wall. And I said, man, you're going to get in trouble for this. She said, I sure hope so. The Kissing Bandit. She got you, Noli, really? Yeah. Wow. She was big, wasn't she?
I didn't notice.
Hey, Noli, Ray Charles would notice them damn things.
We have another question? Yeah.
Well, as I said earlier, the type of hitter that was toughest was a left-handed contact hitter that hit the ball wherever it was on the plate. And if it was away, they'd try to take it to the left. You know, if it was in, they'd try to either go back up the middle or hit it in the hole on the right side of the infield. The hardest pitch for me to throw was a fastball in on the hands of a left-handed hitter because you have to stay with it longer, and if you miss with it, it's back out over the plate, and you're giving them a pitch to hit that you don't want to. So my mindset was, if I'm going to miss with that pitch, I'm going to miss in. That's what happened on the Robin Ventura deal. And I'd left a fastball out over the plate. He'd gotten a hit to left field. Next time up, I was going to come in on him, and I stayed with it too long and hit him, and the rest, as they say, the rest is history. So,
How about I find all this shit out now and I'm 73 years old? I didn't know he didn't like to go inside on a left-hand hitter. I'd have been looking outside all night. His pitchers are all alike. They don't want to get you out. They want to make you look bad. Next question.
Yeah. Got one. Let's take one more question, and then I've got one more to finish.
Go ahead back there.
Back there.
About time. No, that wasn't my team. I mean, Sabo, Larkin, O'Neill, Daniels, Davis, they were all my players. But the Reds added 4 players that year. They added Glenn Bragg, Billy Hatcher, Hal Morris, and Randy Myers. And they all had career years. If I'd had those 4 guys the years I finished second 4 years in a row, I'd have won it every year. But the nucleus of that team I brought up, you know, all those young players. You know, I managed the Reds 84, August on, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, got suspended in August, and I saw 32 players get their first hit. That's how many young players I really believe in young players because they give you enthusiasm. You know, most young players who haven't made the big bucks yet give you enthusiasm. And you need veteran players for the experience. That's why pinch hitting's so hard for a young player. You just don't have the patience. You know, to be a good pinch hitter, you got to be aggressive and you got to have patience. That's a battle, to be patient and to be aggressive. And I had a lot of great young players. The Reds organization was rich with young players at that time. Go ahead, that last question, because you were standing up there. Oh, yeah, Bud. Well, that's a guy that I had the Ventura-like deal with him at second base at New York in the 73 playoffs. We played with each other later on in Philadelphia. You know, I broke up a double play, and he called me a name I can't repeat. And you know if I can't repeat it, it's really bad, right? And I just grabbed him, and Wayne Garrett come in, and all hell broke loose. And I ended up playing the whole city of New York. They're throwing whiskey bottles at me in New York. Serious. Left field. Of course, New York, they were empty. They waited, they empty them out before they threw them down on me. And they told me not to go out that night to eat. Of course, the guy in the room service burnt my steak. You know, they just didn't want us to win, okay? And later on in life, we're teammates in Philadelphia, and they had an indoor batting cage at Veterans Stadium, and Bud's kid and my kid are playing pickle. You played pickle as a kid. And they got in a fight, and my kid beat Bud's kid's ass, too. So we're 2 for 2 with the Harrelson family.
Hey, Pete, I got one more question for you. You know, there's always things that stick in your mind, and you wonder why they do. But I remember the first time when I was with the Mets as a rookie, I saw Pete. The pitchers were out during the Met batting practice running us, and Pete and a couple of Tommy Helms, I think, and somebody else were down on the left field line getting loose before their batting practice. And I remember, and you can correct me if this isn't true, that you had alligator baseball shoes on. Is that true?
No, Chico Ruiz had the alligator. He wore the alligator shoes.
Well, I remember.
And he used to have
I remember seeing those alligator shoes, but I thought they were on your feet.
I was
but
just
they were on
borrowing his
Chico.
shoes that day. And he used to have a motto. He'd say, "Bench me or trade me." He didn't like to play. He was a pinch hitter. He'd shine his shoes during the game. They were alligator shoes. Yeah. You know, I wore them one day, and he got pissed. You know, because he's not going to play. He never played. He just looked good. You know, he's one of them guys you got to look good in case you don't play good. How about the way Nolan looked in that Houston outfit with that orange shit on? Oh, my God. He looked like the Newark bus, for Christ's sake. What kind of outfits were those?
You know, I can honestly tell you, when I signed with Houston, the first thought I had is I'm going to have to wear that clown uniform. And I can remember the first time I ever put it on, I thought, why did I do this, you know? But, you know, at the end of my career with the Astros, I thought I looked pretty good in it. It's funny how it did grow on you.
I got that picture in Cincinnati, me and you, with that outfit on. I sign it every day in Vegas. People come to
We'll tell
Astro fans.